from the station that's on your side. This is Channel 7 News Daybreak.
Welcome back into Channel 7 Daybreak for Wellness Wednesday. Dr. Erica Stokes joins us now from Baptist Health. And Dr. Stokes, thank you for sharing some important information with us this morning on stress. I know this is something that has heightened and unfortunately maybe even peaked out in our society over the past year because of the pandemic, but it's always been around and there are always different things that are going to keep us stressed out. So I wanted to talk about today just the importance of controlling that stress and also remembering that stress is normal for everybody, right?
Sure, Chris. So, of course, they're going to be everyday stressors, and realizing that in and of itself can be helpful. There are some simple things that people can do, and one is understanding that there are only certain things that we can control, and those are the factors that we want to focus on the most.
You talk about things you can control. It can be difficult, especially if you know someone who's stressing out a lot, to help them realize and understand there are only certain things you can control because, unfortunately, I feel like the stress sometimes overtakes that, logical understanding of, yeah, I can and can't control certain things. So what are things we can control and how can we better keep them under control to alleviate some of this stress?
Right. So sleep is really a key factor, and a lot of us struggle with getting good sleep. So trying to stay on schedule as far as when you go to sleep, when you're able to get up, having a routine before you go to sleep can help with that. Incorporating some exercise or some sort of physical activity. You may have limitations with what you can do, but do something just to get the heart rate up a little bit every day. And keeping activities that really bring us joy. That's going to be different for everybody, but finding something, whether it's through music, dance, playing with your children, whatever brings you joy, making sure that you try to incorporate some time for that every day.
Well, speaking of kids, I can hear both of our kids in the background right now, which that is another part of it. Working from home has been a big stress factor for so many parents out there and trying to balance this work with taking care of children. So I know that's something that could be tough. But what about documentation of stress? Would you recommend someone do that so they can kind of keep track of the things that are stressing them out?
Certainly, Chris, that can be a great exercise. Just keeping track of things that we notice can trigger stress in our lives, writing down how we responded to it, what it was, and how we may have responded differently, and just giving yourself some time to reflect and learn and grow from stressful situations.
All right. And a couple other things that I see you recommend: connecting with others. Again, tough to do during the pandemic, but now that we're starting to turn the corner a little bit, especially here in Arkansas, having a relatively low number of cases here in the last couple of weeks, connecting with others, I think, can maybe help, in so many ways. But how does that help with the stress level going down?
Definitely. So stress can affect us emotionally, mentally, and physically, and that helps give us some more emotional support, being able to share some of our concerns, and also seeing that a lot of times other people have the same exact concerns and stressors.
All right. Well, thank you, Dr. Stokes, for joining us this morning. We'll let you get back to work and to being a mom. So thanks again. We'll talk with you next time. If you want to contact Dr. Stokes or any of the folks at Baptist Health, you can do so at the information on your screen.